Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is Sunday and I thought it would be a good day to play around with some new Natasha Denona products. So I've got the new Natasha Denona HyGlam powder foundation to try out, and I got the new Natasha Denona HyGen Skincare Infused Glow Beautifiers. I did pick up shade 2 medium in my beauty hauls a few weeks ago, but then after that I have received the shade 01 light, so I want to try both of these out. And I have also picked up the HyGen Energizing Hydrating Primer Serum. So there's a lot of exciting things to try out today. Before we dive into the products, I would just say welcome to my channel, and please feel free to hit the like button and subscribe. It will mean a lot to me. So let's jump into the products. Okay, the first product is the HyGen Energizing Hydrating Primer Serum. I haven't tried this product. It looks very interesting, and it also looks a bit scary for a person with oily skin. So let's see how it looks. Put a drop on the skin. It does look very glowy and it does have a little bit of a fragrance to it, just a very nice skincare-ish fragrance, nothing very heavy or anything. So when I rub this into the skin, it does feel very nice and hydrating, and there's not a lot of shimmer particles or anything. It's just more like it gives you like this very dewy and fresh skin, and it does sink into the skin very nicely. It's not sticky or anything. So if you see the two hands, you can see that this one just looks very moist actually. Okay, I was afraid that it would be a very shiny, glowy product. Okay, and what does it say about this primer? It's a lightweight primer serum with a silky consistency and a dewy plumping finish. Okay, I would say that's also the feeling I get on the back of my hand. And then there's some Sim Control Care Shine Control Skin Defense, and a lot of other skincare claims, like moisturizing, and it does immediately supply hydration, and on a long term it improves the skin's own water management system. So that's interesting. So apply 3 to 4 drops on a clean face and neck before moisturizer. I have prepped my skin with moisturizer and my SPF 50. I do that every day as the first thing after I showered. So I'm going to use this primer on top of the sunscreen. The bottle is also very beautiful. Just if you're interested in that, it's very heavy and it feels very luxe. It's this white frosted glass, and it's very beautiful. So the next product is the HyGen Skincare Infused Glow Beautifiers, and this is described as a highlighting, bouncing face powder. And yeah, it claims to reduce pore visibility, increase skin hydration, and improve skin moisturization. So that's the skincare benefits in these products. The packaging is very beautiful, also very heavy and luxe feeling. It is very sleek. I really like the minimalistic design. It's very beautiful. And I did pick up the 2 lightest shades. It comes in 4 shades. So I have shade 01 light and 02 medium. So I just want to show the shades. So this is the light shade and the medium shade. So the light shade is a little bit more neutral, but a bit rosy, I would say, and the medium shade is more golden. So the medium shade would normally be what I would gravitate towards as a highlighter, I would say. And I don't know, maybe this is too light for me, but let's try it. Let's dig in. Okay, so the bounciness I can feel when I push my finger down into the product. I don't know if you can see that it makes a dent, but it does feel, this is the shade 1. And I will swatch it on top of the primer. It's all dried in now. So let's give this a good swatch. It looks beautiful, very impactful, but let's give the medium shade a good swatch too. So here you have the light shade and the medium shade. So very light and with a neutral, a bit pink undertone, and this one is a golden champagne. Let me use the right fingers. So here you have it. I must say that it looks a bit intimidating to me to be using them all over the face. I think I would look like a Tin Man, but let's give it a try and see what's going to happen. So I'm just going to work this even more into the skin, and I will actually say that you can really work it into the skin, and it does look very, there's no shimmer particles, so it's like, it just gives you this beautiful lit from within, but also glass skin look. So that's, can't wait to try these. And for the last product, the last new product we're going to try today, we have the Natasha Denona powder foundation, HyGlam powder foundation. It's a blurring Flex Tech hybrid powder. Wow. So this is the packaging. It's this plasticky but very sleek, again very minimalistic. So it's like the same design as the brightening powders. It's very sleek, it's very beautiful, very minimalistic, and it, even though it's plastic, it does feel very luxurious. So very beautiful. I got mine in the shade N8, N9. So here you have it. This is the shade, and it's a refillable compact. So you just open it up and push it out from underneath. And you also have this little sponge to use for the application or maybe for touch up throughout the day. And it does come in the package. Underneath you have these air holes, so when you have the puff inside, it can breathe, so it doesn't get funky. So okay, let's swatch this. It does feel very lightweight. So here you have it. It is actually I think it's a good color. So there you have it. It does feel very silky and very soft. Let me see. Okay, so a little bit about the HyGlam Powder Foundation. It's a high-tech formula that blurs the skin's texture, leaving a smooth, poreless finish. No, so it says it's a matte finish and a medium buildable coverage, and it protects the skin against environmental stressors and supports skin's natural elasticity and hydration, and is anti-inflammatory. So also a lot of skincare claims in this product. So I hope you can see the swatch on the side. So as always with the Natasha Denona products, they are made in Italy. So okay, let's try the products on the face. So as I mentioned before, I did prep my skin with my skincare and my sunscreen. So because I have very oily skin, I did actually prepare to prime my skin first with this Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin, and I've got the universal shade, and you can see it's very well loved. I love this product. It's really good at oil control, but now I think because this primer claims to be oil controlling, I think let's give it a try without. But I will say, I know my skin, it's very oily. No, you know what? I think let's use a little bit of this. And I need my mirror. I'm just going to use a little bit because that's what I always do. So I really love this product, and I think with my oily skin and with all these glowy products we're going to put on the skin, it makes me feel a little more safe. So as I said in the beginning of this video, it's Sunday today, and I thought that it would be a good day to test these products, because when I'm going to put these glowy beautifiers all over my skin, I'm a bit afraid to turn out as a tin man, and I don't want to risk that on a day I'm going to the office. So on a Sunday I can walk around at home and be as glowy as I would like to. So okay, so now the skin is primed with the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder. So now it's time to try this primer. And let's start with a drop in the forehead. It did say 3 to 4 drops, so I have used 3 drops now, and I think that's enough. It does feel nice on the skin. It does feel more like skincare. It doesn't feel like that extra layer of makeup on your skin that I'm always that careful with applying, because I don't like to have a lot of product sitting on my skin. Okay, so let's just give this a minute to sink into the skin before we apply anything else. Okay, so I just gave the HyGen Energizing and Hydrating Primer Serum a minute to sink into the skin. It does feel a little bit sticky, but not a lot. So on the skin it feels nice and hydrating, but when you touch it, it does feel a little sticky. Okay, so I will just go in and add some of my HyGlam concealer before I'm going in with the Beautifier, because that's the way Natasha Denona recommends to do it. So I will just apply a little bit. Okay, so I just applied the HyGlam Concealer in the shade N8 under my eyes and on the eyelids. I think for the all over the face application with this beautifier, I think I will use the shade 1 and then I will use shade 2 as a highlighter. So I still got them on my face, so you have shade, the lightest shade 1 here and the shade 2 medium here. And I'm just I think I'm going to look too golden all over the face with the shade 2, but with the shade 1 I'm afraid that I'm going to look too metallic almost and Tin Man, but let's try it. Let's use Refer number 24 brush. It's a soft brush and dense brush, but not like as dense as something like this. The 31 brush. I think I will use this for the powder foundation, maybe. But let's try this. So let's go into the product. So I have also seen that Natasha has been taking drops from the serum directly into this product and swirl around and put it on. But I prefer to put it on the skin, I'm sorry, before and then put this on after. So that's also a method that Natasha is using. So let's see. Okay. It's very illuminating. As you can see, it does bring out the light. This is very intimidating. I can immediately see when I apply it on the cheeks that it does enhance texture and pores, as I would expect, because that's how it is with all light products you put on, or all illuminating products you put on the skin. So, but I'm going all in today. I want to try this out and let's see if I really buff it into the skin. Oh my god. Whoa, that's crazy. Okay. You know, I think this is one of the times where you're just going to trust the process. So I'm going to trust the process. So let's see. So here you have it, the light shade all over my face. Okay, so now when we just are going crazy, I think I will see, I will use a little bit of this just to see. No, it doesn't make the situation any better. So it's not because the other shade is too light, it's just too glowy. So now my face is all lit up. Can you see it? I'm filming in front of a window, so it's natural daylight and it's a bit cloudy outside, but even with just cloudy lights, you can see that I'm beaming. So now we're going in with the powder foundation, and hopefully this can tone down the shine, and let's see if we can get it to be like a nice luminous glow from within, instead of this Tin Man look I've got going on. So normally I would not use this sponge that comes in the product, maybe for touch-ups throughout the day, but to be honest, I don't like these products, even though it does feel soft and nice. I think it's a very decent sponge. It's not that, I just prefer to use my own brushes and sponges, but let's see. I think we will try this on one side. So we really got in there. I need the mirror to see what I'm doing. Okay, it immediately turned down the shine, and you can work with the sponge. And I'm not going to use any other powder today because this claims to be a powder functional too. So it's a powder foundation, so it should be, instead of powder, this is going to be a product you can use also under the eyes. Normally I don't go up under the eye with powder because I have a lot of fine lines. So I'm not going to do that, but I'm going a little bit up because of the glowy product. I want to make sure that it's nice and covered up. So let's get this on this side of the face. I'm also setting my eyelid because you can see the concealer has already creased on the lids. So I'm going to use this to set it. I must say that it does cover up very nicely, and it just glides on very beautiful and very easy. I don't do a lot, I'm just tapping on the skin. I'm not pressing very hard, or I'm swiping just a little bit. And you know what? Let me just get some on the cheek. So what do you think? It did really a nice job to cover up the Tin Man look. And it does look nice and mattified, and it does cover up. I don't have a lot of pimples or anything to cover up. I do have a little breakout right here. Let's get this. So I think if you really have something you want to cover, go in with your concealer first and then put this on top. That's also the way that Natasha Denona recommends to do this. But I would say that this combination with the beautifier underneath this gives like a very nice lid from within glow, and not at all the Tin Man look, as you can see on this side where it's Tin Man. This side it's just nice and luminous. It's very beautiful. This one I will be washing this before I put it back into the compact because that's just how I am. Okay, so on the other side I want to use a brush, and I picked up two brushes that I'm considering. So one is the River 31, and that's very dense. It's not the most dense of these types of brushes you can find, but it's pretty dense, and that's the one I usually use when I want to really buff products thoroughly into the skin. And then I have this new Sonia G brush from the Fundamental Face set, and it's a buffer brush. It's a bit more soft, but it's still firm, and it is a buffer brush. So actually I think I will try this brush. So let's see, let's go in. Okay, so with a brush you do get some kick up in the pan. I don't know if you can see it, but let's try to buff this into the skin. Okay, so very nice. I still want to try the other brush just to see if that's a little more dense, if it buffs a little better. I'm just going to dip it into the product and stipple it onto the face. I like the side with the brush more, and I like this brush a little bit more than this brush, and I think it's because of the beautifier underneath that this one is a little bit more dense, and I can just buff the product into the skin a little bit more easy. And I also want to set this side of the eye, or this eyelid. So as you can see, I hope you can see it on the camera, but it's like the side with the brush, the product is more buffed into the skin. I think I like that a little bit better, just to make sure that it doesn't sit on top of the skin. But I will say that it's still a very nice application on this side with this sponge. You can easily use that, and I would say that I think that the glow is a little bit coming out a little bit more on this side, and I think it's because with this sponge the product is sitting a little bit more on top of the skin, where with this I have buffed it in, and I think I'm going to like that more throughout the day when my natural oils come out. So this one side is more buffed and, you know, prepared for my oils, if you can say that. But both sides, you know, the Tin Man look is totally gone. I just have a really nice lit from within, a very lit up skin. Also, I would say that I was pretty afraid of the powder foundation because with my mature skin, I have a lot of, I have dry skin, even though I got oily skin throughout the day. It's a little bit weird, but that's just how my skin works. So because of the dry skin and the matureness and the textures on my skin, you know, that makes you fear. It's such a strong impression, but you know, it makes you be careful with the use of powder foundations, because you don't want to look dry and almost flaky on the skin. But I don't get that. I still think that it looks luminous and nice, and like the soft silkiness to the skin. It does look very good. So I'm very positively surprised. So I want to go ahead and put on the rest of my makeup, and then I'll just come back. Okay, so I did go ahead and finish up my makeup. On the eyes, I have the Huda Beauty Coral Obsessions. It's a very beautiful palette, and I always pick it out in the springtime. So I really think that this is like a very spring look. I love it. And for blush, I used the Anastasia Beverly Hills Peachy Love. It's a matte blush. I used this shade, and it's a matte shade. Very beautiful. And my bronzer is the RMS bronzer in the shade Tan Lines. It's the second deepest shade, and it's with a neutral undertone. And I don't know if that was a good thing, because it's also a luminous, glowy product. So I have a lot of luminous products on my cheeks. For lipstick, I used the Charlotte Tilbury, I think it's the Hot Lips 2 formulation in these, and it's the Angel Alessandra color. And I paired it with the lip cheat in Iconic Nude and the Natasha Denona gloss in the shade Nude. So I think that was everything. I did go ahead and set my face with the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Finishing Spray also. And I did also go ahead and use the shade 2 medium in these Beautifier highlighters, just as I normally would do with a highlighter. So, you know, just on the top of the cheeks, a little bit over the brow, and just around. So that's all. So normally I would set my face with powder before I use the setting spray, but because of I use the powder foundation, I don't use any powder. So let's see. So I think I will leave you for now, and then I will check in a few hours to see if this sticks on the face, or if I'm a disco ball. So see you later. Hi, I'm back again. So now it's been about 8 hours since I applied the makeup, and I'm here for the check-in. It's the evening, and I'm just catching the last daylight. So here you have my skin. So what I see with this makeup is that I think I do look, I don't look oily as I would have feared I did, and my skin has not melted off my face as it normally would with so many glowy products on the skin, but I still look, I would say I got a nice glow going on, and it's probably a little bit too much of a glow for me. But I think that the thing is that I used the second medium shade of these beautifiers on top of my makeup as a highlighter, and I did also apply the lightest shade underneath the powder foundation, and I think that's too much. So I don't think I should have used the highlighter for the last step. I should have skipped that. Then I think it would be okay. And just looking into the mirror, I would say for a full day's wear, and for me as a person with very oily skin, it does hold up very good. So that's it. That's very good. Yeah, so I think I shouldn't have applied that last layer of highlighter. Okay, so my final thoughts on this powder foundation is that it does wear very well throughout the day, and even for a person with oily skin. And it mattifies, but it doesn't mattify the skin too much, and it doesn't look and feel powdery on the skin. It does feel very nice, and it does sit very light on the skin. It gives like a medium coverage. So I like it. I like it a lot, and I will continue using it and playing around with it. For the beautifiers, I like them as well, but I think I will use the serum primer and then skip the step where I use this all over the face, but use it as highlighters instead. They are very beautiful and give a very nice soft luminosity to the skin, but not all over the skin. That's a little too much for my preference. But if you have drier skin and not oily skin, maybe, and not too much texture, but maybe this would work for you as an all-over application. I don't know if you have dry skin, what you would think of this. I don't think it's drying, but I have oily skin, so I think it's up for you to decide what you prefer. You know, my makeup is still in place. My bronzer and blush is still sitting on the cheeks and not slided down the face as I would normally experience. I can see a little wear off right here, and I think it's because I have been sitting in front of the computer like this. So that's really not the product's fault. So all in all, these products are very nice. I am very happy I have them, and I am looking forward to playing around with them a lot more. Yeah, so let's see how it goes. I like them so far. So I hope you like the video, and please feel free to subscribe, hit the like button, leave me a comment, and have you tried these products? What do you think? Do you use them in another way? Please share all your good experiences with these products. So I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.